On Meet the Press yesterday, House Speaker Mike Johnson told Kristen Welker he believes the House will approve legislation to reopen the government by tomorrow. However, he appeared far less receptive to several of the policy changes Democrats are pushing for, suggesting that negotiations could remain tense in the days ahead. Now shifting focus to the growing courtroom drama surrounding Donald Trump. Judges overseeing Trump's cases are making it increasingly clear that they will not tolerate disruptions or defiance. In one high-profile moment, Judge Lewis Kaplan warned Trump twice that he could be removed from the courtroom after Trump was heard muttering comments such as witch hunt and con job while jurors were within earshot. Kaplan emphasized that continued interference could result in Trump losing his right to be present during the trial. In a separate case, Judge Juan Merchan has already found Trump in contempt multiple times for violating a gag order, largely due to social media posts attacking witnesses and court personnel. Merchan has warned that further violations could lead to jail time. Both judges have stressed that Trump's repeated defiance threatens the integrity of the judicial process and that incarceration is a real and lawful option if his behavior continues. Judges possess broad authority to maintain order in their courtrooms. That includes imposing fines, expanding gag orders, removing disruptive defendants, or jailing them for contempt. Online, dramatized and misleading clips have circulated, suggesting Trump was forcibly dragged from court by U.S. Marshals. While those depictions are not factual, they reflect a deeper reality. The judiciary is drawing firm lines and signaling that Trump's behavior is nearing serious consequences. As more trials loom, Trump's pattern of disruptions and public attacks could push judges to escalate beyond warnings. What began as verbal cautions has already evolved into contempt findings and financial penalties. Removal from the courtroom or short-term jail sentences are no longer theoretical. They are clearly on the table. At the heart of this confrontation is a fundamental principle. The courtroom is a place where political power carries no special privilege. Judges, not presidents, control courtroom proceedings. Trump has repeatedly struggled to accept that reality, treating court appearances more like campaign stages than legal forums. His conduct, muttering during testimony, ignoring gag orders and attacking witnesses online, has tested judicial patience to its limits. Courtroom decorum exists to protect fairness, safeguard jurors, and ensure justice is administered without intimidation. Gag orders, in particular, are standard tools used in high-profile cases to prevent jury tampering and protect witnesses. Trump is not being singled out. He is being held to the same standards as any other defendant. His repeated violations are viewed not as accidents, but as deliberate refusals to comply with court orders. Judges typically escalate contempt enforcement gradually. First come warnings, then fines, followed by explicit threats of jail time. That progression is now clearly visible. When Judge Kaplan warned Trump that his right to be present could be revoked, it was not an idle threat. The law allows removal when a defendant repeatedly disrupts proceedings. Trump was given multiple chances to correct his behavior before stronger measures were even discussed. Beyond courtroom disruption, Trump's rhetoric has had real-world consequences. Judges and court staff have reported increased threats after being targeted publicly. This raises serious concerns about judicial intimidation, attempts to influence legal outcomes through fear rather than argument. By standing firm, judges are defending not just themselves, but the independence of the courts. Looking ahead, Trump faces additional federal and state trials, and similar confrontations are likely to continue. Each contempt finding and warning builds a documented record of defiance. If a judge ultimately orders his removal or incarceration for contempt, it will follow a clear and legally justified pattern, not a sudden or politically motivated decision. This moment matters far beyond Trump himself. It tests whether the rule of law can function when confronted by a figure who openly challenges its authority. Courtrooms must remain places where everyone is equal under the law. Enforcing decorum, even against a former or sitting president, is essential to preserving public trust and democratic institutions. If judges fail to act when their authority is repeatedly ignored, the message becomes dangerous that court orders are optional for the powerful. By escalating consequences, the judiciary is sending a different message. No one is above the law, and the rules of the courtroom will be enforced.